Ladies and gentlemen, Opposite Attractions proudly presents a new dinosaur attraction.
Welcome to Opposite Attractions, ladies and gentlemen, the show about theme park design that's technically possible. I am your host, Scottye Moore, joined as always this week by the man who's not the mama. It's Jim Murphy.
I was gonna say that, so now I'm ruined. Thank you. I am the one in the Letterman jacket. How about that? Is that good?
I'm cool, baby. I'm Jonathan Taylor T-Rex is who I am. Yeah, because this week we're not gonna try to make a specific theme park ride better. Instead, I gave you the goal of Jurassic Park, Dinosaur. Every theme park needs a dinosaur-themed ride. And so I put it to you to make the perfect dinosaur-themed ride. And in my research, Jim, there's so many buck wild things that we could have included here. Like Theodore Rex, real cool, radical Rex. There was so much random dinosaur bullshit from the 90s that I was trying my best not to
Was
include.
Theodore Rex the Whoopi Goldberg vehicle?
Yeah, that's Theodore. That's the one with the dinosaur that looks like Michael Fassbender, but it's not. But as always, we do need a quiz. And I thought about, I wonder if there's a fucking, what was it? Saucersauruses? Dinosaurs? The series where it was a bunch of dinosaurs that all looked like UFOs. I was like, I wonder if there's a dinosaurs themed quiz. But no, I think I've found the most Opposite Attractions appropriate quiz, and let me quickly send this to you through Hangouts. I decided to wait until the show began to send this to you for fear that you would leave if you saw this.
Oh no! Oh no!
Because I went to old BuzzFeed and just typed in dinosaur, and it didn't take long before I found which dinosaur should you have sex with? Putting the ass back in Jurassic.
Putting the threesome in Triassic.
Yes, before we begin, do you have one that you want? Do you have a dinosaur you wouldn't mind getting down, or like a prediction of what dinosaur you'd want to get down and dirty with?
No. Grimlock from the Transformers.
He would transform while in you. I don't know. I think a Triceratops would be a caring lover. I don't know. To begin, which physical feature turns you on, Jim? Is it a pretty smile, legs, shoulders, dirty feet, because that's a thing, the booty, or, that big old thang in the
That is
T-Rex.
an awful picture for that, is what that is.
It's a picture because people can't see it. It's just a picture of a man in some very nice jeans and a bunch of arrows pointing to the dick.
That is a very I don't want to say poorly done shadow. That is a well done shadow, but it is not something I actually see on BuzzFeed.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice the shadow of the donger. Yeah, that's there too. But I'm gonna say the booty. What about you, Jim? What turns you on?
I'm gonna go with shoulders for this one.
I was waiting for you to be like, the dirty feet.
Well, I'm pretty sure that thing in the arrow picture is what killed Newman in Jurassic Park.
It spits acid, yeah. Next up, Jim, what puts you in the mood? Making money, foreign films, literally anything, sexy music, pornography, or a starry sky? I mean,
so the top three are you Donald Trump, Werner Herzog, or
Scotty Moore.
Or Big Bird.
Or, yeah, anything will turn Big Bird on. That boy, you could walk up to him and give him a firm enough handshake, and he'll be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with literally anything because I feel like
I would do with the music for this one.
oh, that's if a little bit of remix to Ignition by R. Kelly pops on, Jim Murphy's just ready to go, baby. Pick a food, Jim. A salad, a chocolate-covered strawberry, a lobster, chicken wings. Okay, hold on. Lobster. Oh, that's a sexy romantic meal. Strawberries covered in chocolate. Ooh, that's dirty. Just some good old down-home barbecue chicken wings.
I was gonna go with chicken wings.
I mean, or a cake, and then that looks like a nice filet mignon. Homeboy, I'm gonna get that steak. I'm gonna get it that steak. Choose a sex accessory. A camera.
On our theme park podcast. I'm really worried about at least two of these.
Okay, well, we've got a camera, candles, a cat o' nine tails, Kleenex, champagne, or, and this one's my favorite, it's just got in these bright, bold letters, lube. I don't know. If I had to choose a successory, probably gonna go with that dirty, nasty camera.
I'm gonna go with candles for this one because
Jim, you're a conventional boy apparently.
Yes,
when
I'm slightly disturbed by the tissues.
Yeah, I'm like, if it's a lone sex accessory, yes, the tissues, but yeah, I've got the kit. Okay.
It's like if she starts crying during it, here you, honey, have some tissues.
Theodore Rex has made his comeback because the next question is pick a famous dinosaur for this boning quiz, and Yoshi, Barney, Theodore Rex, Dino from the Flintstones, just the OG T-Rex, or Godzilla. Oh, by the way, this show's sponsored by Godzilla King of Monsters in theaters now. Which one would you fuck?
His name is Dino.
Oh, that's right, it is Dino. Damn it.
I'm gonna pick Dino, though.
You are gonna go with Dino. Man, I'm stuck between Yoshi and Godzilla.
I don't consider Godzilla to be a dinosaur for some reason.
I don't either, but I mean...
I guess technically speaking, but...
If you've got these six in a lineup and you're picking, like, which one do you want to hang out with? Because the T-Rex is dead. They don't... It doesn't say it in the description, but it is a skeleton of a T-Rex, so he's not going to be a good time. So I'm saying Godzilla.
I mean, Barney's dead on the inside.
Yes! Where would you like to do it with the dinosaur? On an airplane, a cabin in the woods, sex dungeon, whenever, wherever. I'm not picky. I'll get it with this nasty T-Rex wherever. A penthouse apartment, or on the floor. I want you to answer first because I have a very specific reason why I've chosen this.
I would go with cabin in the woods.
A cabin in the woods? Well, Jim, there's only one of these that's the obvious answer, because if I've got my nasty T-Rex in front of me, you know what happens. Everyone get on the floor. Everybody fuck that dinosaur. Everyone get on the floor. Everybody fuck that dinosaur.
I don't know if that was not his intention.
I mean,
I didn't see that on Behind the Music.
On an airplane. It ain't gonna fit on an airplane. Cabin in the woods won't fit in the cabin. Sex dungeon, he's gonna get mad about that. You gotta get him on the floor. What's your favorite position, Jim? Spoon, the good 69 number, missionary, every position, doggy style, or standing up?
I'm just gonna go with all of the above on this one, I think.
They don't have my favorite. They don't, I mean, I guess if I have to pick from these.
They don't have while recording a podcast. This is awful.
I'm gonna go with, Doggy style.
Oh, the last question is something.
This is the best question! Yes! This question is amazing! The final question, Jim. Pick a Jeff Goldblum. We've got Jeff Goldblum catching a baseball. We've got sexy older Jeff Goldblum looking very sly. We've got Jeff Goldblum with a big-ass mustache. We've got a sexy sunglassed Jeff Goldblum. We've got... This is the thick-rimmed Jeff Goldblum from the 90s. And then finally, Jeff Goldblum in The Fly.
That one with the mustache is really just causing problems.
It looks like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, they face swapped Freddie Mercury, and he was like, "No, this is fine."
Yeah, I'm gonna say that sunglass Jeff Goldblum's really getting me going.
I'm gonna go with the one the top middle. I think.
The smiling Jeff. You like a coy Goldblum. My Goldblum's just ready to get it. Oh man, I think I can deal with this. I guess. I'm gonna start with you, Jim. Which dinosaur are you getting it with?
I got the pterodactyl.
A pterodactyl. Okay. I got a stegosaurus. There are three little letters that encapsulate so much about getting it on with a stegosaurus. D, T, and F. They are sex machines of prehistoric proportions. You'll get so buried in the love of the stegosaurus has to give, archaeologists will study your techniques for millions of years.
The pterodactyl would love to lay you down in a bed of roses to the angelic harmonies of Boys to Men. That is not all of it. It does say pour the wine and light the fire because those delicate wings are ready to envelop you with a love you've never quite experienced before. I would hope not.
I'm enjoying this the 80s dating video version of this.
Put the P in pterodactyl is what it's telling me to do, I think.
Meanwhile, with Stegosaurus, it's just like D, T, and F. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I really do think the Stegosaurus is going to bottom, I think.
Yeah, I think the Stegosaurus has to top because of his big ol' scales. I think it's going to affect me emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So, Jim... at least now that we have a closer relationship with dinosaurs, I feel like now we're in the mood to make the ultimate dinosaur ride for a theme park. And like I said before, I was looking at a lot of different options of older media to pull from, and then I realized the perfect dinosaur ride was right in front of me, inspired by one of my favorite bands. So, Jim, let me explain the show building. You walk up to what looks like a cliche high school from any movie or in Stranger Things, what that high, I thought it was John Wilkes High, but I know that's not right. And it says Dinosaur High. And so you are going into the world of Dinosaur High School. And you walk in and you pass by. It's kind of like Figment, where in Figment you pass by the doorways into the offices and you can kind of hear shit going on. This time you can kind of see into the room of Miss Pterodactyl, and her wingspan is fucking knocking shit off the shelf. You pass by Mr. Triceratops' room, and he's got a horn, 3 horns stuck through the door because he got stuck there. And then finally you get on the ride. And the ride it's kind of got almost like a rocket ship shape to it. And you climb inside and you go through. And the first scene you see is many different dinosaurs all hanging out by their lockers. And the Stegosaurus calls for a high five. He's really excited. He passed his test. And then the T-Rex tries, and he gets mad because his small fucking arms avoid
I wish I was DTF.
Yeah, T-Rex is mad. His tiny arms won't let him give a high five. And then he pulls out a fucking laser gun, aims it, shoots it at you, and then you fucking jet into space. And now it's got this not spaceship Earth, it's got a space mountain flying through the skies as you see dinosaurs fighting each other with lasers. And then also there are robots. Did I mention the robots? They show up at one point. And then finally, you land on the moon with the rest of the dinosaurs who are all like grooving and like fucking trying to kill the robots. And now there's sharks that have shown up. They've come from Earth alongside the dinosaurs. Now all of them are in a giant laser fight. And that's when, this is kind of like in Return or Revenge of the Mummy, where you go to that one area where everything slows down for a bit and it kind of goes back into a dark ride, and you see this massive UFO arrive on the moon, and all of the dinosaurs, sharks, and robots like stand in awe of the fact that there is life on other planets. And then you see an alien come down, and it's clear that the alien comes in peace, and then they kill him with lasers, and then they have a giant dinosaur laser party. It's a massive laser party on the moon, and that's when you jet back to Earth, another roller coaster section with like, it's like if Space Mountain and Rock and Roller Coaster had a baby with a bunch of dinosaurs and laser effects, and then finally you arrive back at the end, and Jeff Goldblum's there waiting for you, and he just gives you the biggest thumbs up that he can muster, and he's like, well, thank you for riding the ride. It was a good time, I hope. Just go to the gift shop, buy you some official Jeff Goldblum chocolate bars. Got them available right there for you. And then he's just kind of talking about everything you could buy on the gift shop as you exit into the gift shop area, where you can get like, you know how like at Universal you can take the picture and they will superimpose a dinosaur about to eat you? This time it's just kind of like Jeff Goldblum with his arm around you shaking your hand. That's the photo you could get superimposed into. On my ride, Dinosaur Laser Fight, completely inspired by my favorite Ninja Sex Party song.
Oh, see, I thought the song was going to be American Pie by Don McLean.
And then the dinosaurs all get in an airplane, and the airplane crashes, and one guy's really sad about it. So that's my way of fixing a dinosaur.
Sponsored by Chevy.
That's my way of fixing a dinosaur ride. Jim, what did you come up to the table with this week? I was gonna perform a cover of Dinosaur Laser Fight, and then I realized that I do not know piano well enough at this point to do the cover effectively. I was like, ding, ding, ding. And that was it. All right, Jim. Bring it to the table. Crank it. Crank it like you would with that fucking... that pterodactyl, baby.
I have decided to completely destroy Epcot.
Fuck yes. Let's do this.
And replace it with Epcot, the experimental prehistoric creatures of tomorrow.
You know prehistoric means in the past, right?
I do. They don't know that. They're dumb. They have tiny brains.
It's fine.
So instead of doing one ride, I did about 8, 9.
Yes! Thank you!
Spaceship Earth would be somewhat similar, except that the scene from the beginning of the ride would now be the end of the ride.
Okay. But wait, would the rest of it all be in place, but with dinosaurs in their, like, there's a dinosaur, like, pedaling away, trying to make some paper. There's a dinosaur, like, pulling out the things on the connection board to try to make phone calls. There's one dinosaur.
There's a dinosaur, Jerry Lewis, yes.
There's a dinosaur with a big fucking afro and a yellow turtleneck.
So the problem is, I don't think dinosaurs would appreciate, like, most of the left side of Future World.
Which one is that? Test Track and everything?
Test Track and the original Universe of Energy, which is basically about how to use their dead bodies to power vehicles and other things. So I think that would kind of be slightly different. I don't exactly know how Test Track would change, but I do think it would involve them being very angry about their deceased brethren being used as fuel.
Could it just be designing the perfect velociraptor and trying to make the fastest velociraptor? And then you send that velociraptor running headfirst into a wall.
The seas would probably be very similar, except there would probably be a little bit. What would be in the tank would probably be something you really wouldn't want to get very close to.
Yeah, I think it would be like normal Nemo, but they're all like horribly mutated because they haven't really been bred to look cute yet. So they're just horrifying creatures throughout the whole thing.
The land would look like basically the inside of the land would look like the way the main like universe of energy diorama looked all the time.
Oh, okay.
That would be that. They would just put that over there. Figment would be horribly mutated, I think.
I thought you were going to say that now Dr. Nigel Channing was a dinosaur and Figment was like a human.
I didn't think that far through. What I really just wanted was that instead of being 11 countries around the lagoon, it would just be one giant country called Pangea.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite. So instead of having a ring of countries, it's a ring of water, and you have to go across to get to Pangea. And
it's just Pangea. It's just one giant country full of probably really horrible alcohol.
Yeah, well, in addition to that, no, it's full of tar, is what it's full of. But now, did you think about, like, maybe... I mean, it's not like the countries are no longer there, so there is still, like, a Mexico of Pangea, so you could put a Los Tres Caballeros, except they're all T-Rexes, because that's where birds came from, Jim. That's where they came from.
That is why Donald is celebrating in Animal Kingdom every day.
Yeah. Oh my god, the scene where, like, the chef turns around and looks at nothing, even though it's supposed to be looking at Donald. It's now the T-Rex eating him instead. It's just flipping the script on all of it.
This is definitely at least a PG-13. Like, people complain that Epcot's too much for adults now. They're going to really complain when this takes it over.
Now, can I make a suggestion for Spaceship Earth? Instead of it being shaped like that giant geodesic dome...
Sphere. It's a sphere.
No, it's two domes, Jim. It's two domes stacked against one another. Could it instead just be a giant asteroid that's almost stopped at the Earth? But
it has air brakes.
I really enjoy this concept because, like, Club Cool now instead just has, like, different types of tar you can try. It's even more frozen. Yeah, you can meet and greet with Robot Baymax, but it's a robot T-Rex or something. It's T-Max. Yeah, okay. Could we include some... let's just brainstorm, because we got some stuff left. We got some time left in the episode. Let's look up those garbage-ass films and see... So, like, the Theodore Rex ride, where would we go with that? Because it's basically a buddy cop film, but with... I'm thinking maybe like a Transformers-inspired thing for Theodore Rex, and we could put that in Pangea. But I would put that in the French part of Pangea. Yes! Is there French Pangea? Yeah. Let's say, like, Theodore... It would be you would play the part of Whoopi Goldberg, and Theodore Rex would be there, and you would run through, and it'd be like Transformers, where the whole time you're in a little car facing off against, like, these giant things, and so you're in this little car going alongside Theodore Rex, and then Theodore Rex has to fight off, like, other giant dinosaurs who are, like, breaking the law, I guess. So, since this is a Disney theme park, I think we could do, like, a Toy Story Mania attraction, but instead of attacking, like, or like a Buzz Lightyear, but instead of attacking Zurg and, like, a bunch of robots, you're trying to destroy the characters from We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. Yeah, the whole time. Well, you could do it based off of A Land Before Time, but one of them would already be dead by the time you got there, and it'd be pretty sad. That would be a series of, like, 15 rides, and each one would be slightly worse than the one before it. Yeah! No. It's like Carousel of Progress, except each time you go around, the animatronics get worse and worse and worse. Now, I do like, could Spaceship Earth be themed after Dinosaur, the ABC Family sitcom? So, like, you're going through and you're seeing the dinosaurs, like, learn how they got their TVs invented. And there's a fun scene where the baby puts on sunglasses and does a rap about how you're not the mama. And at the end of it, there's just a lot of meteors. And then it's showing the
end. It would go well with the asteroid.
Yeah, exactly.
The asteroid shape.
It shows the end of the world.
You know they hid the baby in Hollywood studios during Christmas time.
What? Where?
Yeah. So when they did the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights, when they did it on, I don't know if they did it when it was on the streets of America, but when they put it on like New York Street, they would hide because they had a parade in the 90s that was based around Dinosaur or had a float for dinosaurs, and it had a baby like animatronic, and it also had like girls in like what you would consider like Flintstones cavey wear, like go-go dancing in cages. That was the thing that happened at a Disney theme park, in case you're wondering.
Okay, that's
the 90s were weird, but they took that animatronic and they hid it in you can find pictures of it. He's wearing like a Santa hat and a bunch of like Christmas lights all over him.
Oh, that's really cute.
They put him in one of the in one of the New York Street like windows.
Oh, okay, I can see that. Now, I know this doesn't really fit with Epcot because they don't have something like this, but we've done a few, like, live spectacle, almost medieval times type shows. I really love this concept of people in giant dinosaur costumes fighting, and that's Primal Rage, the fucking show. So you can go and see...
I wouldn't put them in giant costumes. I would put them in those inflatable dinosaur outfits.
Yeah. And then one of them pisses on another dinosaur and kills it, because that's a attack you can do in Primal Rage.
I did see that in Disney. I saw an inflatable dino costume at Disney.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. I think we talked about it on the show.
That was really, really weird to, like, hear people freak out and turn around and see that, run through the room.
I'm just trying to think of more stuff we could do. I know the street sharks aren't dinosaurs per se, but God, I want a street sharks ride.
My original idea was actually to move the entrance of Animal Kingdom to the dinosaur attraction.
Yeah,
and the idea would be you would ride that. You had to ride that first, but all you would do is go back in time, and then you would get off.
Yeah,
and then everything in the park would be back in time.
I really do love this concept of almost like a Planet of the Apes, but with dinosaurs. So, like, you go to Chester and Hester's, except it's just got a giant naked man standing over the top of it, and all the rides are dude-themed.
I think that the Universal Park that's opening in a couple years is going to have, like, a whole Jurassic Park-like section.
That's going to be really cool. Have they...
As long as they put a Margaritaville in it, I think.
Yeah. Has the Jurassic World ride come out yet? Because, like, I'm now planning my August trip down there, and I'm sitting here like, well, I do want to ride Jurassic World, but also I wouldn't mind. I'm getting more ballsy. After I saw what it's like to get a fucking lightsaber made at Star Wars Land, part of me's thinking I might go to Star Wars Land in August, which is the dumbest thing I could ever possibly do.
But it opens on the 29th, so unless you're going on the 29th, you're kind of SOL on that one.
I thought it was opening earlier than that. Damn, okay,
no,
fine.
It is the 29th.
Son of a bitch, I gotta find some other time to go down there on my own, because we're planning another one in January, but my family will be there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna take them... One man is going to be hard to maneuver through Star Wars Land. Maneuvering 4 people through Star Wars Land will be an impossibility. It's just me with, like, the baby on a chain, swinging it around, trying to get people away from me.
The Jurassic World, the ride, is apparently set to open summer 2019. That is all it says.
So in October of 2019, we will see Jurassic World.
You heard what they did with the Hagrid motorbike adventure?
No, what?
Where they had, like, I guess it opens on Thursday, I think, is when it's supposed to open, but they did, like, a soft opening, and they, like, you have to, reserve tickets. Yeah. They had 42 tickets.
Oh, wow.
I think was what I saw on the web was 42. Tickets.
All I can pray is that means there's at least one POV video online, because I want to see it. I want to see... When I go down, that should hopefully be open, so I will get to report back.
Yeah, it's going to open. It should be open by, like, the end of this week.
Yeah. But Jim, we fixed dinosaurs. Just in
Although
general.
they did say that it does have some problems with track wear and tear, even though the ride's not technically open yet.
It just opened. What the fuck?
It's not open, and they're testing it, and it's already causing undue wear and tear because the company that designed it, I think, wasn't prepared for like the extra weight issues, and so they said they're either going to have to shorten the like number of cars or bikes or whatever, or they're just going to have like a very high maintenance schedule.
See, the same issue. Well, they talked a lot about this with Slinky Dog Dash too, of like, it's been open 2 days and it's already garbage. But Jim, we fixed dinosaurs, so I kind of want to know, what are we gonna fix next week?
In the similar, I don't want to say in the similar vein of this week's challenge, where you could kind of go off the rails. I want to redo, and you might have to do some Googling on this one. I want to redo Discovery Island.
Is that where Rafiki's Planet Watch and all that was?
No. Discovery Island is the island that is outside of, it's in the water, like outside of Fort Wilderness.
Oh,
it used to be like an animal sanctuary and like a bird sanctuary, and some bad things happened there, and now it is abandoned.
Oh shit!
They were gonna put Lost in there when that was a big show, but they decided against that.
So what you're telling me is, hey Scottye, here's an abandoned plot of Disneyland. Put anything you want there. You can, the sky's your limit, baby.
I mean, if you want to keep it to like an animal themed thing, that's fine. But since we did dinosaurs this week, that might be a little repetitive.
Yeah. No, there's gonna be a lot of booze.
Yeah, it is very abandoned. Like they said, it looks like a rapture happened when you walk around on there. If you like sneak over, if you like swim your ass over there.
Yeah.
Illegally, they said it's like you go and you look in windows and there's like empty offices with like paperwork laying everywhere, and it's just like everybody just vanished.
No, see, what I'm gonna give a little bit of a preview, because I've already got an idea. Because on this show, we've discussed the concept of the fifth day dad. The dad who is just so done with his family's shit by the fifth day of his trip. I want to make Dadland the fifth Disney theme park where dads can just go and run free. Like dogs on a farm. It's just a bunch of dads running around having a good time.
And if you really are, and if you're DTF, we have Stegosauruses.
Yeah. Oh, so Jim, it's been an episode. Where can people find you on the internet?
I'm on Twitter at apparently smart. Just go there. I haven't tweeted in a while. My apologies.
You maintain the opposite attractions Twitter, so that's really where your effort is going. But you can also find me on Twitter at Scottye Mo. That's SCOTTYEMO. I was telling Jim before the show, I've now got it set up to where we're not only streaming live to Twitch, we're also streaming on Periscope and YouTube. So if you just follow me on Twitter, anytime we go live, a Periscope will pop up and you can watch us do this show live, ladies and gentlemen. So check that out. Check out all the other shows online at aloadofpurebs.com. If you like pro wrestling, there's Fight Boys. If you like fan art and fan fiction, there's Fun Fiction, which hasn't had an episode in like 2 months, but I'm going to get back on that train very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure to check that out, and remember to support the show, whether that be by donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/aloadofbs, like the Patreon saint of opposite attractions himself, Ransom Meltzer. If you donate, you get access to our Discord where you can hang out and chat, and our exclusive show, You Paid for This, where we watch terrible garbage movies and commentate over them like Mystery Science Theater 3000. And if you want some extra ways to throw a little bit of cash our way and want some merch out of it, go to merch.loadofpurebs.com. And if you can't support monetarily, we understand. Just leave us a review on iTunes. It would mean the world to us, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, remember to find Jim and me on Twitter at OpAtShow. That's spelled OPPATTSHOW. Are you down with OPP?